So the judge in the deportation case for Kelmar Abrego Garcia is denying the government's request now to delay proceedings because of this government shutdown. The judge expressed frustration that prosecutors were unable to provide information about efforts to send Abrego Garcia to a third country. She has set another hearing for this Friday.
Federal agents have been openly carrying assault rifles downtown, racially profiling people and snatching people up in our neighborhoods without a judicial warrant.
Go walk your streets. Go see the violent crime against your constituents. We are targeting criminals who have perpetuated very horrendous violence against the people of Chicago.
All right, let's talk about the ongoing protest against President Trump's immigration crackdown. Joining us tonight, Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume. Brit, we are now at this moment where we have an audio recording of the message and sources telling Fox News that PD were ordered to stand down. And then we have the chief of PD on camera earlier this afternoon denying that.
It seems pretty hard to deny
do?
it when I think it's pretty hard to make that denial stick in light of the documentary evidence that it happened in the recorded phone call or the recorded message anyway that we heard. I must say, Jillian, this is really quite a remarkable situation out there. I don't think we've seen anything like this since the 1960s during the civil rights strife that followed the Brown versus Board of Education desegregation order from the Supreme Court. And one recalls George Wallace, then the governor of Alabama, standing in the schoolhouse door, so to speak, at the University of Alabama to try to keep two black students from going there. In the end, he stood down when federal troops were in prospect. But this kind of thing doesn't really usually happen in America, where local authorities try to thwart the efforts of federal law enforcement officials to do their jobs. And that seems to be what Mayor Johnson is doing with this order. I don't know how far it'll extend to create these no-go zones for ICE agents. It's quite remarkable.
And on the politics of this, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, now says that the president has declared war on Chicago and the GOP is ginning for a repeat of the Civil War.
You know, I don't think we have to look terribly far to find out why anybody would embark on this. The deportation of immigrants here illegally is broadly popular. It commands a huge majority in a new Harvard-Harris poll out among Republicans. It commands a distinct majority among independents. However, among Democrats, support for the deportation of people here illegally is, in this poll, was 36%. So you can see we do have a political party in this country, or members of it, who don't really support this. And these politicians may, in fact, be responding to just that sentiment.
A lot of some reporters on the ground there have said, look, these protests have stayed within the 1 square block in terms of a perimeter, nothing to see, nothing going. What do you say to that?
Well, I can listen to other reporters who say otherwise, and you look at that. I guess it's the ICE office in Portland, Oregon, which is boarded up. I don't think they would board it up for no reason if nothing were happening out there. So, I think the facts on the ground are maybe in dispute, but I think I know who I believe.
Brit, thank you for taking time with us tonight. Great to
Thank
chat
you,
with
Jillian.
you as always.
Thank you.
You bet.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.